Okay, I've got the parts cleaned up, which was a relatively simple process. What I like to use a lot of times is this because it's pretty gentle. So just straight up orange oil, nylon toothbrush so I wouldn't scratch any of the metal, microfiber cloth so I could wipe everything down. And I thought it'd be a good time to have a real close look at the incredible machining. You know, this is all special metal. It's all 154 cm. I mean, even something simple like the liner lock, there's just so much thought put into it. Look at this. There's a little Teflon or something, some sort of non-scratch little ball bearing that's pressed in there. And just beautiful. Every little part is just precise and gorgeous. All the little ridges. See the little lines there. I mean, even something as simple as this little piece that's that same material at 154 cm. This does not appear to be 154 cm. This is some sort of other steel. It's got a different character to it. It's just wonderful. The guys that thought about it and designed it and engineered it, and as you can see, there's all these different size screws. There's two different sizes of screws that hold the scales together. We've got two different size screws hold the clip on. A little warpy washer made out of some sort of spring steel. All the little precision deals, the hard coating on that. It's just a wonderful, wonderful design. See the details of what they've done in here. Flip that over. You know, even the thumb stud. You can see there's some sort of material that's been pressed into the center. That's off center for some reason. Not sure what that's about. The machining details on the thumb stud. For some reason I could not get that black deposit out of there. I didn't want to get too aggressive with it. Alright, well, we've had a nice glorious look at all the little parts now, so I'm going to see how I do putting it together. Okay, so I've lubed up some of the areas here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little lube in here. It's dry so it'll dry up and not make a big mess, I hope. Okay, the button has got to go there. Okay, the spring has got to go in here first and get into that little hole. Okay, there's a little hole that it goes into. Okay, that's fine, that's on. And this has got to go in here to the knife itself and catch it where it'll spring. Okay. And okay, this is going to be so much fun. And we got to catch that little spring so that it will go in there. And this little part here is going to go in there. Okay. So now at this point we've got the springy action of the knife set up, and then we just got to drop this onto it. Hopefully it'll just go right on. Okay, looks pretty close, and I'm not sure I got it just right yet. Okay, so yeah, the button did not go into its little recess properly. So I got to get that to dial in. Let's turn it back over. Figure out what to do to get that little thing to go where I want. Now that's laid down properly. Let's put that under there to keep it from falling. Okay, keep it pressed in. Okay, Yeah, looks like it's pressed in properly. Okay. Now this is the part that I gotta try and get the little button and spring assembly to go right where I want it to. If I'm lucky, I can get that to go. Wiggling it. Looks like I got it this time. Yeah, it took a few tries to get off the little part. Oh, I forgot the warpy washer. Damn it. Warpy washer. Hopefully I will be able to just center this right on it. Okay. Is it going to work? Nope. It's standing up a little bit. Yeah, it's close. No cigar. Okay. Let's give it another shot. Okay, so once I've gotten the springy part of the knife in there, the little centering bushing in there, and everything is in there. Let's prop the knife up a little bit so it doesn't fall down. And then the button goes in underneath the knife. Let's see if I can slip it up on the top. Okay. And now, all I gotta do is get this to go down on top of it. It should be together. If I can get it. Okay. Okay, at that point, the action of the knife is back together. So we'll put that. So that won't fall apart. And let's just see if I got it. So it's working. Okay. And the button should depress. Yep. Okay, so at this point it's just a matter of putting all the little screws back together. So it looks like I finally tricked it into position, huh? Except for some reason the button is not snapping into keep it locked. Huh. Alright, why? It should snap at that point and pop back through, but it's not. So, well, I guess I didn't get it. Okay, so what I've discovered is you pretty much have to get everything together and then close the knife against the spring pressure so that the little button snaps into position. And then you can put this on. Hopefully the little bit of surface tension from the lube will hold that part in place. Will it go where it's supposed to? Let me put this up here and we'll take a look and see if I got it this time. I think I did. Don't know. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? Okay, so unfortunately the camera ran out of memory space as I was working, so I didn't get to show you how fiddly it is to put it together, but it is really a puzzle. You kind of got to put both halves together at the same time and get it all to go, but I think you got to see the internals pretty good. And now the knife is really clean, back to its pristine, beautiful condition that it was 12 years ago. And opens much, much faster. So there was a little dirt and grit in there slowing it down, but I also think the spring has gotten a little weaker from being closed. You know, you have a spring in tension. Most of the time it's in a drawer just sitting up in my room, so the spring's been in tension, but it does open much faster than when I got started, so I accomplished what I wanted. As you can see, it is just a wonderful shaped blade, very complex angles and everything to it. A lot of thought and engineering going into the making of this. Nice light knife, very light, very strong, and it's double action too. You can that, and then if you press the button, you'll hear the spring. Very nice. Well, I hope that was interesting to you guys. It was a fair amount of work. I spent several hours at it. It's about 5:30 now. I started about 2 o'clock, so definitely not something that I was expecting to take so long, but it's a worthwhile project. Get this thing back into perfect condition. Alright, that's it for the MicroTech SOCOM number 5 of 99 from 1997.